And an act of vandalism overnight triggered a race against the clock at a Houston animal shelter. Here's the deal. Thieves cut power to Houston Pets Alive, forcing staff to evacuate dozens of animals, then toss out thousands of dollars in vaccines. While the lights are back on tonight, Megan Rayner shows us why the facility still needs help.
You're having to use your flashlight to get around.
I'm having to use my flashlight, yes.
Monday afternoon at Houston Pets Alive off Antoine Drive, it's eerily dark and quiet, an unwelcome change for Executive Director Shannon Parker.
This was full of dogs.
But the mass evacuation was critical Monday. She says around 7 in the morning, her staff realized they had no power. It didn't take long to figure out what caused the issue.
Thieves, I guess, had vandalized the main power pole out here, as well as several of the power boxes on the other side of the building, and had cut all of the lines.
She says surveillance cameras showed the vandalism happened around 1 a.m. Her landlord made a report with Houston police. Parker believes the suspects may have been after copper.
It's a little unnerving to think that someone would have maliciously done this, knowing there were live creatures in this building.
With temperatures rising at one point reaching 92 degrees indoors, quickly they had to find foster homes for 50 cats and 15 dogs. By noon, the community had stepped up, but the work didn't end there.
How much money worth of vaccines is that?
Take it. Just
More than I can do in my head, right? Tens of thousands of dollars.
A majority of the vaccines were stored in this refrigerator.
We had to clean everything out.
But once they reached room temperature, they were no longer safe to use. And on top of that, the shelter also operates a spay and neuter clinic and has lost out on that revenue. But just as our crew was leaving the shelter, a glimmer of hope.
This is what you were hoping for.
Yes.
How relieved.
So I'm amazed. Yes, that's fantastic, because honestly, we can at least begin to resume operations.
Even with the power back on, Parker says they still need help making up for the thousands lost. She adds it could take a few days to be fully operational. Megan Rayner, KHOU 11 News.
That's what